Dina,
Hi,
Connor,
Connor,
Cameron. I just wanted to say that we love you guys to the moon and back. We'll always be here for you. And
Well, we always appreciated Pat's smile.
Pat was the life of the party, no matter what we were doing.
And Cam's grad party was so fun.
I will never forget any of those memories. We love you guys.
We love you guys.
You were like a second father to me, and your family, my second family. And it's a story, Connor, Cameron, and my second mother, my second brothers, family till the end. Thank you for everything.
Oh, my fondest memory of Patrick Andrew's story is when we had Connor's birthday party at his apartment on Auburn Street, and he was making pizza for everybody in the kitchen. And Sam was there, and Jessica was there, and Connor was there, and Gino was there, and we were in the kitchen talking trash and laughing our butts off while Pat was making pizza for everybody. And we laughed so hard I'll never forget that day for the rest of my life.
My favorite thing about Uncle Pat, right? Okay, my favorite thing about Uncle Pat is number one, that he got my parents together. So without Uncle Pat, there would be no me. It's just as simple as that. But other than that, Uncle Pat was just, he had an infectious personality, and he lit up any room he walked into. His laugh, first of all, something that you'll never forget. So I love you, Uncle Pat, and Aunt Dina and Cameron and Connor.
Well, I've known Pat for a while, so I got a couple good memories. But the first time I ever met him was the morning after Calvin's graduation party. Pretty rough morning. We drank quite a bit. I slept over at their house, and the next morning I walked downstairs, and there was Pat. And, you know, in that situation, meeting a parent for the first time, not the best situation, but he was the sweetest person. He said, "No problem, honey, you stay here whenever you want. We got you." My second most memorable experience with Pat was when we went to Jamaica. Hell of a time. I've never been on a trip like that before. It was unbelievable. But there was a disco at the resort that we were staying at, and Pat laid down the most incredible moves I've ever seen. I thought Connor was a good dancer, and Cameron too. They both inherited his good moves. But Pat was unbelievable, and he was facing off against a couple other dads, but he was totally killing it, and he definitely won that night. I'm gonna miss him very, very much.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Just wanted to say that one of the many parties at the Stories, we decided to dip into the Stories alcohol, and Mr. Pat decided to scold all of us like he was all of our father.
Oh yeah, second father. I gotta go in from in Cleveland. We went out with our dads in the bars. We came back, and Mr. Pat and I were kind of both, you know, a little buzzed here, and he looked at me. He just goes, "Let's go, bitch." We just started wrestling on top of a hotel bed, and I have to say, he kicked my ass.
I'm gonna miss them. You know, like I said, I've known them a very short time, but they always made me feel very welcome.
You're from the other
when
lake.
I've been around them, just made me feel like I've known them all my life. You know, it's awesome.
Patrick, my dear, dear brother-in-law, I feel you all around me. You'll never go away. And we'll also see each other very soon.
Itself.
Just want you to know how much I adore you. And you and Dina and the boys, and I thank you for everything you've given me. Made a difference in my life. The example of love in all relationships you offer to others, and thank you very much. I was so honored to have you come to our home in California in February of this year after the holiday, and for when you weren't feeling well, to be able to sit with you and talk a little bit, but largely to see what you needed, and to be able to make you fresh squeezed orange juice and fresh oatmeal with berries and blueberries, strawberries and bananas and just honey, coconut. Just see you enjoy all that. Just made me so happy, because it was something that maybe I could offer you. Not even close to what you have given me and my family, but a little something. I love you, dear, and you're always in my life, in my heart, forever.
Thank you, Trina. About time.
And I just want to wish you a new and brave new consciousness, and I love you very much. And Christine loves you very much.
I love you, Pat.
You're the strongest person we know, and we will never forget you. Every 4th of July is basically a, how do we say it?
Memorial
to you. And love you very much.
Love you.
Favorite memories is asking Pat what he would like to drink, and he would just come up and say, "Do you have any white wine? I would like a Pinot Grigio." We go back and forth about cooking, or smoking a brisket, or whatever it would take to put a meal together for whatever event was going on, where either I'm helping him or he's helping me, where we would commiserate or come up with different ideas and presentations. So I love you, man.
Right here.
And how I will always remember him is with an amazing wig and some crazy polyester outfit from United Men's Store on Bailey Avenue. Every November we would go to the disco, the last 3 years or so, and he would hands down come in with the most outrageous outfit, and the dude could dance and would put on a clinic on dancing that nobody could ever touch. Loved it. Thank you.
So when we were in Jamaica at the nightclub, all the other dads were literally standing around being a bunch of chooches, and there was Pat going strong all day and all night at the nightclub.
Doing backflips in the pool.
Yep. Love him. He's amazing.
Go.
I would say on vacation.
Yep.
He was a trooper, right?
And
no,
skiing.
the best one was skiing.
Yeah.
The best one was skiing, going through chemo, him skiing, and we end up in the lodge up on top of the hill. He says, forget about skiing. We end up drinking about 20 drinks. And we were figuring out how we were going to make it back down the hill. And this guy just keeps ordering shots. Yeah, he was the best. Awesome.
Great.
We made it down the hill.
Great. Yes. You're in.
Well, what was pretty funny is my dad and him, they were acting like really gay, and they had matching suits and everything. They had a matching bow tie, and it was hilarious. And they did it at my old school, and they had their hands together, and it looked like a wedding thing. Like,
Oh, yeah?
It was a wedding card. It was really funny.
Great.
I was like peeing my pants. It was really cool. Pat ran up the stairs when he was when Christian was in the shower with buckets full of ice and dumped it on him. That's another funny one. Yeah, that was cool.
All together. We were at the house, and we were going to Brian's house that night. Brian was a good guy, and I mean, we had a good time. Me, Garrett, Jake, Con. I think Steph was maybe there. But yeah, Brian's house with Pat. Good times.
There's so many things that I'm thankful for related to Patrick. Loved him like a brother, and even though I only knew him 4, 5, 6 years, the thing that I loved most about him was he was always on, always fun, and he always made me feel like I was the only guy with him. I love you, boys, and we are here for you for the rest of our life. God bless you.
Representing the Berger family, I told Cam that smile's contagious, which is a reflection of Pat. And I'll tell you another thing. This event is unfucking believable. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that, right?
Yes, you were.
I was supposed to say that?
Heartfelt, brother.
Patrick was our guy. He was an inspiration to all of us. I'm proud to be his friend. I'm more proud to be your friends. And God bless you all.
You ready?
Yes.
All right.
All right. So our first encounter with Pat and Dina was at Ledgeview Elementary School when Jack and Cam were in 5th grade. And they had the cutest little puppy named Bubba, and I ran over to see where they got this beautiful dog because we were in the market for a yellow lab.
That's right.
And sure enough, that's how she met Pat, and she stalked him, said, I'm this crazy lady, and I want that puppy. Where'd you get him? And Pat said,
Yeah,
there's
paper plate.
2 or 3 left in the litter. Get up to Gasport. He gave her the phone number, and she went up the next day. And we have Brady, who's 9 years old, Bubba's brother. We love him.
And then between the puppies and then our sons going to school together, it's been a huge bonding experience with the
And
stories.
as you know, Jack and Cam are roommates in college, and the rest is history.
And moving them in freshman year, how about we got them all set up, and then the boys went down the hall, checked out another room that they like better, and they're like, wait, we want to move everything around. And you and Pat were at Target buying curtains.
That's right.
Like, Tina and I should have been at Target buying the curtains. So Dina and I changed the whole room.
But bottom line, we're thinking, like, we've really only known you 7, 8 years, but it feels like we've known you our whole lives.
You guys are
Because
the
that's
best.
the way you make people feel, and we love you guys forever.
Yeah.
And all the best.
Story strong.
Story strong.
Love you guys.
So we have this text thread called The Dads. There's 20 dads on it. And the funniest thing in the last 3 years that has ever been put on this thread was a video Pat posted. We don't know where he gets this stuff from, but he posted a video of 2 midget females, and they had a naked guy laying on the floor. And the 2 midgets' job were to kick him in the balls. And they moved him around in different positions for the better part of 4.5 minutes, kicking this guy in the nuts. And I to this day, when I have to laugh, I pull this video up, and boys, if you want me to send it to you, I can send it to you. But it is the funniest damn thing you've ever seen.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, Pat's story, am I in it?
Yep.
You know what I love about Pat's story? I love his love, because God is love. And that guy lives it every single day of his life, and his family is the same thing, man. I'll tell you what I can't wait for. I can't wait till next time when we're together, because it will happen, because we're all going to be gone someday. And I can't wait to see my brother open the door and say, welcome in, dude. I've been waiting for you. Where you be? Where you be? I always said, Patrick, where you be? My main man, it's all about the edibles. I love you.
I'm trying to find our favorite memory that you and I shared. We had countless memories. All I remember when I was with you, a lot of laughter. But I think the one memory I'm going to choose is when you, me, Ronnie, and Timmy Benson went to Key West. We tried to hit every bar on Duval Street. Do you remember that? Yeah, we caught you puking in between one bar to the next in the middle of Duval Street. You blamed it on the French fries, but I don't think it was the French fries, Pat. So I would think that was probably my most fun time with you, was the 10 days we spent in Key West. We did some deep sea fishing. We did the Blue Angels. Just had an awesome time with you, Pat. And I just want to leave you with that I love you. And I love you.
The best memory I have of Uncle Pat is when he called me back in college saying when I didn't have a job, and he called Jay Desiderio to get me a job behind the bar, and it was instant. Like that night, it was go in and you're working tonight. And I went in, and from then on, I was behind the bar. I fell in love with the bar industry, and it literally led me to where I am now, to the brewing industry and everything. Love that man. Love him.
Pat, we love you. We miss you. Total inspiration. Never met anybody that brought more people together and made them feel like they were like best friends. We miss you. Parties here is great. The atmosphere, just what you would have liked.
Pat, first of all, he's never at a loss for words, and we are going to pay it forward. We're going to pay the love forward the Pat way. We love you.
Like Mr. Story, just want to thank you for all the lessons that you taught me over the past week and over the past 2-3 years I've known you. You're a great guy. I love you.
Thanks, Pat. Love you.
This is the end of a very sad book. But a new book starts today.
He does like
And Patty will always, always, always be with us. With the friends and network that he's created. We love you guys, and obviously your father and your man. It's more than words can describe. It's been an honor to be part of all of this with you guys.
Wait a minute. I don't want to go. So you Roses?
This is so hard. I don't honestly. I don't even know what to say. You guys know I love my winger, my man, more than most people in this world. I'm gonna miss him like crazy, but we're gonna keep his memory alive, just like I told you, Dee.
Never die.
You can sing Happy Birthday.
We're all gonna grow old together, and we're gonna have fun.
I love to sing on my own team.
And Patty will keep an eye on us from above.
But anyway,
That's right.
Always be with
so
us.
he was saying,
Always,
you were
always.
saying how Neil Peart lost.
We love you guys.
Something about how quick he was.
The Patty Shuffle.
And then this is the way he came up to the microphone.
That's it.
Hey guys, I don't think we can, or I can say much more than we've already said. You guys know how I feel about you. You guys know how much Pat meant to me. I love him forever. I would love you guys forever. I'm just blessed to be part of your guys' lives. That's all I have to say.
I've known Uncle Pat my whole life, and we had so many memories, and I have so many vivid memories of him counseling us, disciplining us, making jokes with us, and I can't pick one, but I'm so eternally grateful for his guidance, and his wisdom, and his love, and he'll always be in my heart. He always is, so thank you, Uncle Pat.
Pat, Dina, Cameron, I don't know. I don't think I can say anything else that hasn't been already said already, but Pat's hospitality throughout the years, his inclusion of all of us, the amount of people I've got to meet through you guys, it's been absolutely incredible. And everything that's been said rings true with, I think every one of his friends, and it goes right down to all of Cameron and Connor's friends. And I appreciate everything you've done for me. Love you guys.
Sorry, Dina, family. You know I love you guys forever. I've known you forever. I've known Pat since he was 12 years old. He's literally the guy that will give you the shirt off his back, and he actually did that. He gave me all his Harley clothes, and I will never forget that. I love him like brother. Peace. I love you guys.
Hey, Dina, Cameron, Cameron. This is John Buckles, obviously. Hey, one of the greatest stories about Pat is when he first found out that he had pancreatic cancer. He was supposed to golf in the golf tournament for Bryce. He called me up. He sat there and talked to me. He says, "John, if you know what's going on, I have really bad news. I can't really make it because I got pancreatic cancer." I said, "Pat," I said, "Don't. I understand, no problem." He said, "I still want to donate something." I says, "Pat, don't worry about it. You have so much more stuff to worry about it. I don't worry about that." He says, "No, I really want to do it." I says, "Pat," "please don't do it." So he called me back. He said we can donate $100 from Cabela's for my nephew Bryce. I thought that was awesome. Totally, that's the way Pat was. Awesome giving guy. Great memory. I love him forever for that. And that's just like an awesome moment. So thank you very much.
Weekend, I had that bug fly into my ear, and you and Dina happened to arrive at the perfect time to do that cone where you pulled it out of my ear. So I'm laying on the table in Elginville, and you pulled it out of the ear, and it was just serendipity is all I can call it, because you pulled the bug, and I frankly think there was about 6 pounds of wax in that ear that didn't need to come out. But that was one of those perfect moments where it all came out, and I was so happy you were there. I love you.
I am?
Yeah.
So, my name is Mike Jerome. I've been Pat Story's friend for probably 18 years. His best friend for literally the last 10. And I've never met a person like him in my life. And all I gotta say is, when he used to call me, he'd be like, "Hi, Mike," and I'd be like, "Hi, and I miss him more than I'll ever can even describe to anyone. Best person I've ever met, made me a better father, husband, friend. So I love you, Pat.
Hi, Pat. So, Pat, you always wanted to go get the big buddy, even though you didn't have a big buddy. But I did. So for your nickel, we went, got a little big piece of gum. It changed my life. It changed everybody's life. The memories that we've had since the 3rd grade was fantastic. I loved rolling on your biceps when you were crying like a little bitch. But, I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to say it, was I? Sorry. Scratch that. You were a tough bitch until you lost, and our little, and then you threw a jart at me. The son of a bitch threw a jart at me and stuck me in my arm. Who does that, right? Are we still recording?
Patrick.
We're recording. We are on right now.
Dina, Connor, and Cameron, I want you to know that because of Pat, this is how I met this lovely man. And look at the prize I got.
240
I thank
North
you
Creek.
from the bottom of my heart. But that was our very first night that we met.
And thanks for my DWI. Appreciate that.
I got one too from this location.
Oh, I got one from meeting them, playing the Commodores, all romantic. Fuck you, Pat.
Patrick,
I love
Dina,
him.
we had many good memories with Patrick. We loved when he was the Power Ranger at our kids' birthday parties.
Overweight Power Ranger. He was an
always,
overweight Power
He
Ranger.
was always the life of the party.
Too many
We
donuts
loved
on that
being
round,
with
kid.
Him. We love all of you, and I hope that these memories help you guys and make you feel better. We love you all.
Pat, I love you. I just love busting your balls, brother. Talk to you. I love you.
Good friend.
Hi, Patty and Dina. I love you guys. My favorite moment of
I
Patty
think
is
so.
always dancing.
What?
And
No,
this is
no,
for Patty.
no.
Always our disco song.
Whatever you want to do.
He was my favorite man, my bestest friend. I love you to pieces.
Yeah.
So hold on, take this.
I can't even say a favorite moment. Every moment I knew I was going out with Pat, I knew I was going to have a good time. They were all awesome. Pat, we love you, man.
So seriously, Pat, you even brought me and this guy together. He's older and he's wealthy, and it's perfect because we're now lovers.
Don't bother anybody.
It was supposed to be me. It was supposed to be me.
Okay, but listen, I'm now a kept man. This guy has got more cash.
I can't handle it.
And I love you. Say it back. Say it back. Say it back.
Say it back. Yeah.
Say it to the camera.
Oh, squeeze me.
Guys, Pat is the best dude ever. He's truly a giant among men. In all seriousness, I mean, you guys are so lucky to have a guy like that. I mean, I love you guys, but I mean, how do you put a guy like Pat into words? I love you guys, man. It's tough.
We're talking about Pat's 50th birthday party. We had a bus limo, and we had an awesome time.
It was one of the best memories I've had. We had such a good time.
We danced on the pole. We were hooting. We danced all night. Yeah, we were pumping and grinding.
Most of the bitches on the bus were boring.
Yes.
And we made it happen
Right.
for your 50th birthday because we love and adore you, and we always will.
And we love you, and life won't be the same without you.
No, absolutely. It will never be the same. Patrick, Story, we love you.
StoryStrong.
StoryStrong.
I can't say it. He's
Wait, I want to
go.
Okay, my most vivid memory of Patrick's story. It was all about the kids, and of course Patrick had to get in there. We're all in his basement. We're on the runway. You had to pick a song. He just pulls out all the dress clothes. He has the fucking boa on and his backwards visor, and he's dancing to Funky Town. Just walking down the runway. And that's my most vivid memory of Patrick's story.
Around and smile, and it's already recording.
So there's a very memorable evening. Many were included.
We're at Tamarack Club for the evening after a day of skiing, drinking, and having a good time. And I'm not sure whose idea it was. Maybe mine, but I'm not sure. We decided to go up on the hill, but we didn't know what to come back down on, so we took cushions from all of the sofas and anything we could get our hands on, including pillows, put them in plastic bags, and all went down the hill and then back up again because we had never had so much fun and laughed so hard in our life until we got basically chased down the hill by the catamarans or whomever. We were chased off the hill, but it was another fabulous night of laughter and fun that we'll never forget. You got to put somebody in between though. I can't go back to back, can I?
You're already on record, so.
Hi. So, I don't know. Maybe this guy could do it, Eddie, but.
I already did it.
No, but I mean.
You're in it again.
How many guys can take. Now, I'm about 210 pounds on a good day, and Pat Story, after a concert one night, decided that he needed to do a military press with me. So, I don't know how many guys have ever done that. But to me, that stands out as StoryStrong, baby. I mean, who does that? Laughing all the way till they dropped me on the second one, by the way.
And drunk.
And we had come from a concert. There was a lot going on. So, but that's another very, very fond memory I'll never forget because I know I couldn't have done it. But StoryStrong.
Hell yeah! Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
We gotta tell you, we love you, buddy. You, your wife, Dina, your kids. We're gonna miss you, pal. You'll never be forgotten. One of my funniest, favorite memories is that Mexico trip that we took where you had to tip everybody that you saw. I think you tipped people that didn't even work at the hotel. But the stories of Senior Tipster are gonna live long in the Maya Riviera in Mexico. The man who tipped everybody. But we love you, buddy. And you're like a brother to me. I'm gonna miss you greatly.
We love you
Dina,
all.
we love you too. Cameron, Connor, we're there for you. If you ever need something, please reach out. Love you.
Pat is at one of my son's birthday parties. Me and him were playing a drinking game with my son's Fisher-Price basketball game. And it seems that I lost because when I went home, I was so hammered. I got up in the middle of the night and pissed in the fridge. And it was all Pat's fault because he was picking me to drink.
My vivid memory of Pat was we were here having a dinner, and there must have been 20 or 25 people, and we're all holding hands saying a prayer, and Pat had on an apron with a naked guy in his junk.
The penis.
With the penis?
Yeah.
And it was hanging out, and I was dying to laugh so hard, and we're all saying this prayer, and I was doing everything I could to hold it all in, and he had this penis thing hanging out. It was so funny. I love it.
All right, Pat had a 750 Honda Nighthawk, and he was selling it. And I was at his house that time, and we were both drinking, and I think we were a little messed up. And the Chinese guy came to look at it, and he asked Pat to take it for a ride. And Pat goes, "All right, well," he goes, "if you damage the bike, you're paying for it." And so the guy goes, "All right, yeah, no problem." So he goes around, takes it for a ride. He comes back to the house and he's getting off the bike and he puts his leg down and he starts falling. And the bike fell on a rock and he put a huge dent in the gas tank of the bike. And Pat, knowing Pat, he was all pissed off. He's walking around going, "You just bought yourself a bike, dude." He goes, "Oh, you're paying for the damages because you just bought yourself a bike." And the Japanese guy's going, "Fuck, fuck," and then he ended up buying the bike.
Yeah.
It was so funny. It was so funny because I was laughing at because Pat was getting all worked up.
Yeah.
His hands were on the hips. It was so funny.
Good.
It was really
Pat, where do we start? So me and Pat went to Sunset Beach, and we actually were all friends for years. But Pat came up to me on the outside porch. It was just me and him. And he goes, "Why don't you like me so much?" And I said, "Why don't you like me so much?" And he goes, "Well, I love you." And I'm like, "Well, I love you." And we really didn't call each other, talk to each other much before then. But since then, he's become my absolute best friend in the world. By far. By far. And I'm going to tell you more. So Pat started calling me David. there's one person in the world that called me David, and that was my mother. So I said to Pat, I said, so Pat, my mom's the only one that ever called me David. He goes, well, you must love me as much as you love your mom. I'm like, you're right. Absolutely right.
Patrick Story, you have always made my kids feel like one of your own. Love them just as much as we did. Best person in the whole wide world. I can't say enough about you. Miss you, love you so much.
Patty.
Go.
I just want to say...
Camera's over here.
I love Pat.
Love Pat.
And all I'm going to say is, let's hear it for Pat, okay? There's only a few people that know what that means, but everybody says it. Let's hear it for Pat. And Dina, you know what it is, and we're there for you. So, one more time. Let's hear it for Pat!
Dina, we love you guys, and Pat has been the most amazing friend to us forever. You guys grew up together. What else?
Oh, I love Pat. He is an amazing man. I aspire to be like him. I pray every day that I wish I was like him. I love him to pieces, and I love the whole family.
You guys are amazing.
StoryStrong, you know, and the boys.
We're talking at the same time. We are here for you guys whenever you need us. Please call on us.
We'll be here. We love you guys, and call us when you need us. We'll be here for you. Love you all.
Hey!
Do it. There you go.
My favorite gay person ever.
We love you.
Love both of you, your whole entire family.
Thank you for being a part of our life. Thank you for showing us what our future can be. It's better because of you. We love you.
Because of them.
Thank you, Pat. Love you.
What a testament
Here's-
to the love that you all give to everybody. This is just an amazing celebration of Pat's life, and we just wish you the best.
How do you follow that?
We love you.
All right, Pat, Dino, I don't know what to say, how to express this. This is just a reflection of you and Pat's love for everybody. This is just so typical of everything that you've done in the past, and hopefully will carry on to the future, and Pat's remembrance, and I'll remember him every day for the rest of my life. And I hope to just be inspired like he has inspired everybody else in his life. So thanks so much.
Here, here.
I talk. Wait, I did.
You're in it. You're in it. Do it. Come on. 3, 2, 1, action.
Dina, this celebration for Patrick is above and beyond anything anybody could imagine, and a testimonial to your love for him, and also the message to everybody that we must be strong. We must stay dedicated to cause and committed, and don't give up. Don't ever give up, no matter what. I love you, Dina, beyond. I adore you, sister, and I'm here for you. I love you.
All right, so I had a couple of drinks tonight. Don't judge me, but last time I saw Pat was maybe like a year and a half ago. I was playing at Marvin's Bar and Grill, right down the street. Him and Dina were going ghost hunting on Delaware, right down the street. So romantic. So romantic, by the way. So here I am, I'm playing. They come into the bar, they're like, oh, I had no idea you were playing. And I was like, yeah, I am. So I start playing, get through a couple songs, get into the middle of a jam. I think it was it's like Wickapaa Groove. It was like some Fish tune.
Great Fish.
So great Fish song. So here I am, I'm playing. Out of nowhere, Pat comes, puts his arm around me while I'm playing.
On stage?
On stage, while I'm playing. I'm like, oh, hey, man. And he's like, here, let me take a picture. He brings his phone out. He's like, here, let me send this to Connor. I gotta take a picture of this. So he has his arm around me while I'm playing, has his phone out, takes a picture, and it was great, man. It was awesome. I mean, if it was anybody else, I'd be like, come on, get out of here. But it's Pat. I love him, man.
Oh, yeah.
God, I'm gonna miss him. Awesome, amazing dude. And,
oh, yeah.
I'm gonna cherish that moment for the rest of my life.
Absolutely, dude. Never forget the day that we came up with the nickname Motorbike Pat. We thought that was the greatest thing ever, and he thought it was absolutely hilarious. And all the times where we hung out in his basement, and he'd come down after a night out with Miss Dina, and you know, we thought we were in trouble because we were sneaking his liquor the whole night. Next thing you know, he's on the beer pong table, calling everybody faggots, you know, doing what he usually does. And he was just a great dude, great father, amazing friend to everybody, and we'll never forget him.
Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere.
See, is it a good show? Decent?
Love you, Stories.
Papa Pat. He helped me grow up. He helped me grow up with Connor. So many good times. So many tough times. You were a second dad. For sure. Me and Connor were kids. And you helped me become a man. Take responsibility for our actions. And help us learn how to drink like men too. We always had a good time, and you were always encouraging us to live life, seize the day. Doesn't matter what the situation was. By far, you were the parent that was more encouraging, but also making sure that we were responsible. And you were like another dad, and never had a better time than when I was hanging out in your basement or hanging out with your grill and eating food between you and Mrs. Story. You were my second family, always will be, and just loved you to death, and always was strong because of you. So love you in fashion that we always have. Salute. Cheers. God bless. Love you.
Your back. So we're going to work together and we're going to get through this, and we are going to make new memories, and we're going to take it day by day, and it's going to be okay. Love you.
Such an incredible family. Pat and Dina's relationship has taught not only me but other people how to treat a woman, and I want to use Pat and Dina's relationship as an example for my life, and I just want to let you know that you guys showed the truest love to each other, and I will always strive to achieve that level of love. So I want to thank you for setting such an example for not only me but many other people as well. Cheers.
Uncle Pat, we love you. We'll never forget you. Never forget you. We love you to the moon and back. And guess what? My favorite memory is when me and Connor were skateboarding and we went to go for the handrail to board slide it for the first time, and he told us not to do it. And both of us nutted ourselves with the skateboard at the same goddamn time. It was fucking awesome. It was fucking great. We love you, Uncle Pat. God bless.
My other hand, go. StoryStrong, forever and ever. This family is the best family on the face of this earth. So many memories between my family and our kids and the stories. What I think of Pat, I think of strength. I think of family. I think of his love and devotion for his family, his kids. But first, another thing, let's talk about sports. He was a fucking major Bills fan. Major Bills fan. We broke the drought, our playoff drought. He was part of that. I know he would have been part of a Super Bowl or a Stanley Cup, but he had the best times organizing tailgate parties, being a Bills fan, being a family man. I know I'm kind of rambling now. It's late at night. We just did the candle thing. This has actually been an incredible celebration today. I don't want to get all teary-eyed and sad, but this has been a celebration of his life. I can't thank Dina, Connor, and Cam enough for all they've done for our family, and we're going to be there for them forever and ever and ever. God love you guys. God love Pat. Love the stories. Good night.
I would just like to say that Mr. Story, ever since they moved to Clarence in middle school, he's always been a dad to all of us since we started hanging out with Connor. And probably the most recent favorite moment I have of him is for the Game of Thrones fans. We would come here every Sunday, and Uncle Bob would ask the most incoherent, rambling questions. So he implemented a no talking policy during the hour episode. And Connor has now the responsibility to carry that. And that's it.
It's a lot to
Love
carry.
you, Mr. Story. Yeah.
But go.
Pat was a great man, and I didn't know him as well as a lot of people here, but every moment I spent with him, it was just the positivity with Pat, and just like the joy he had for life was really something else. And I can see that in Connor and Dina and Cam, and it's contagious.
Ready?
Go.
Hi Dina, hi Cam, hi Connor. Love you guys so much. You guys are like family to us. Had so many good times, memories, and everything. I'll tell you what, you guys are the best. We love you so much, and there's so many things we could talk about. The only thing I'm going to say is love you guys more than anything.
Awesome memory I have of Pat is 2 years ago we were at the Bills home opener, fourth quarter. Bills are rocking. All of a sudden we're looking around, Pat disappears. Game over. We go out to the parking lot and what's going on, but Pat has the whole parking lot full of food, cooking, everything ready for everybody else. So that's one thing that Pat did for everybody worried about himself or worried about everybody else way before himself. He is a huge Bills fan, and he blew the last half of the game off to go cook for everybody. Love you guys.
Best memory now.
You know what? There are so many memories since Pat came into our family. He has brought so much laughter, he's brought so much love, and he has brought us all together. Our family will never be the same without us. Love you, Pat.
Action.
All right, I want to say this has been an amazing celebration of life. Dina, Cameron, Connor, I love you, all three of you. Patrick has done continues to do an amazing thing, and it's very evident. I love all three of you, four of you. His legacy is going to live forever, and it's very apparent, and I just wanted to say I love you guys, and cheers, Patrick. Thank you.
Patty was the brother I never had. And Dina, I love you like a sister. Connor and Cameron, you
You're like part of my heart, and I love you guys, and I don't know what more there is to say other than that I love you to death. And Patty will be a hole in our hearts forever.
I was, me and Pat were driving to Michigan for 5 hours. I was about to drive with this new dude that I'd never even known, but we just hit it off. And just ever since then, it's just been awesome.
Mrs. Story, Connor, Cam, you guys know I love you. Pat has been more than a mentor for me. Obviously my second father. Best memories when I came over here to smoke a brisket with him. Game of Thrones, you guys know what's up. When we were in Cleveland, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, when Pat clearly dominated that guy in a dance-off. Literally one of the best things I've ever seen. I love that guy. He means the world to me. I love you guys.
Live. I just want to say, of course, how happy I am with the past weekend, everything that's happened, seeing everybody, just the outpouring of support. But for what I want to say about my impression of Mr. Story, obviously there's some stories that I can give about Pat's story. The one that comes to mind is when we were in Toronto going to see Dave Matthews, me, Connor. The pot-smoking Pat story that I don't have to get into detail right now, but I apologize for that. But you know, it's something that I know Pat would be so proud of, seeing his kids, Cameron and Connor, just what sort of men they've become and what great friends they are to all of us. And I just love this family so much, and I want to just say to whoever's watching right now, I love the stories, and it's such a good example for all of us to try to become and be people like the stories.
Favorite memory of Mr. Story, right off the bat, Punta Cana. All the boys were down there having a good time, all underage, drinking. We were all having a good time, feel like we were in heaven. Mr. Story walks in and he's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing? All you guys are drunk, underage." And he turns around, looks at us, "Have a good time," closes the door and leaves us. And I was like, damn, that's a dad I would love to have. Fuck here. Yeah. Absolutely. Hell yeah. He was like, he knew he wanted us to have a good time. I'll never forget that. So, love Mr. Story. Cheers. Cheers. Go.
Mr. Story, first time I met him, I was actually at a little diner down the street. I just got back from Australia. I was giving him the speech of how my trip was such a good time, and he was fully engaged in me. And I realized how great of a guy he was. He didn't have to engage in my conversation, but he was fully into my travels, and I realized how great of a dude he was. So that's one of my favorite stories, one of few. So
no pun intended.
No puns intended. Cheers to you guys. Thoughts and prayers. Love the Story family.
You guys are the strongest family I've ever known. Whenever you need help, just let me know. That's it. I'm willing to help whenever, you know. Uncle Pat was like family, and you know, I'm there for them whenever you let me know, I'll be there. That's it.
Story family, I love you. I always will. Consider you family, and I love you guys. Give me kisses. I don't know. I love you.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
My friend Pat is, literally my best friend in the world. And
I can't believe that I lost my clothes in this party that he had.
You can't be that surprised that he lost his clothes. I mean, you have had like a ton of vodka sodas.
I'm beyond embarrassed that I lost my clothes. But having said that, I love him more than life itself.
At my high school graduation, we had a really big party in the backyard, and it was the first time I ever played flip cup, and I didn't know what to do. I was so scared, and Uncle Pat standing right next to me, and he said, Sarah, he's like, this is all you have to do. He's like, just take your finger and flip it. And
That's
I was
legit
like,
all.
That's what I did. And from then on, I was a master at flip cup.
She's really good at flip cup, for sure.
Uncle Pat, I grew up with you, and there's too many stories to share on this little video. There's me climbing on your workout set like a jungle gym. There's playing Nerf guns in your basement. There's you teaching me the values that our family is based on. And those things will never be forgotten. And I thank you so much for being a part of that. And I love you, and I love your family. So cheers. Thank you.